Why are there chains under the Statue of Liberty's feet? Those broken shackles are to celebrate the abolition of slavery in the United States. Legend holds that Edouard de la Boulaye, head of the French Anti-Slavery Society, in 1865, right after the American Civil War, right after the abolition of slavery, he was at a dinner party. And with an earshot of our artist, Auguste Bartholdi, he suggested that there should be some monument between France and the U.S. to celebrate the abolition of slavery, to encourage real democracy, and as a symbol of friendship between the countries. That is the story that is most often told today. That is the story that the artist wants us to believe, but it is very unlikely that it happened exactly like that. We know it's unlikely it happened like that because our artist, at the time of the alleged dinner party, was very busy pitching a very similar statue to an entirely different country. Progress was her name, or Egypt carrying the light to Asia, which we're going to call her Progress for short. She was likely modeled off Egyptian women, fellahs, and she was meant to serve as a lighthouse at the Suez Canal. But citing the excessive cost, Egypt did not fund that statue. They just built a regular lighthouse instead. And it is only after that rejection, after the alleged dinner party would have taken place, that we see Our Lady Liberty develop. So why did our artist make up that dinner party story that he told in one marketing campaign that took place a decade after the fact? Because he really wanted to build a big statue. He was less concerned about where she stood or what she stood for. He just wanted her built. And he saw in the beloved La Boulaye a powerful cause and the ability to fundraise for a project that the people of France and America wanted to get behind, a celebration of the end of slavery and a push for real democracy. So Bartholdi modified that earlier version to better fit La Boulaye's causes, and he switched models at the same time. Now, I have not been able to find definitive proof why he chose to switch models at that time, but it's possible that when Progress was being converted into Liberty, the artist wanted her to look more like the traditional Libertas, Roman goddess of freedom. Now, those chains were more prominent in an earlier version. She used to hold those shackles in her hand, where today she holds that keystone tablet that reads July 4th, 1776, which is our Independence Day, and also a day to celebrate democratic ideals. We didn't get real democracy that day, but just like a whole lot of the ideals. Now, that alteration was actually made by request of our abolitionist La Boulaye, supposedly wanting to emphasize a broader definition of liberty for all mankind. But as was very quickly pointed out by the Black press, the abolition of slavery did not mean liberty for all mankind. And because of our statue's location in New York Harbor, to new immigrants entering through the Narrows, she became a symbol of hope and welcome, a sentiment that a lot of Black Americans still did not experience. So our statue never really took on that original intention. Today, folks might disagree about what she stands for, but I hope that she will always, at least a little bit at her core, represent progress.